Hey guys, what's up? It's Natalia Hopkins. I am wrapping up freshman year of college. I can check off that box because it's almost over. I am leaving in a couple days to go back home. I think that my first year of college is done and over with. It is insane. It's not scary, but it's weird. I thought I would dedicate this YouTube video to what you should know going into your freshman year of college. Know that your roommate may not be your best friend, and that's totally okay. I had an awesome roommate, and I've heard a lot of stories and I met a lot of people who either switched rooms or their roommate moved out, and honestly that's okay. Like, don't worry, your roommate doesn't have to be your best friend. Do know that there are a lot of times when you can pick your own roommate. And honestly, I would let whatever university you're going to, let them pick your roommate, which I found to be really convenient. We lived the same way, which is honestly the most important thing with a roommate. Make sure you have the same living style or you will probably go crazy. Another important thing I learned is that get to know your professor outside of class. I go to a university where it's smaller class sizes, so the professor tends to know you in general, but still it's kind of cool and nice when you're in class and you actually know the professor, and then they're more willing to help you out. Society nowadays makes it, I feel like they make it unacceptable for people to eat alone. Just by yourself. Like, no, if you want to eat alone on campus, go for it. I do it. Sometimes I'm just hungry and everybody's busy and I'm like, you know what, whatever, I'm just gonna go eat because my stomach needs food. Go get food. Don't, like, who cares if you sit by yourself? Rock it. Just be like, I'm by myself, I don't care, I do me. But seriously, like, it's okay if you eat by yourself. It's not the end of the world. You will take naps. Lots and lots of naps. I even took naps like senior year of high school, and I remember my parents being like, are you okay? Are you sick? Like, what's wrong? And then I come to college, everybody takes naps. It's a part of life. And I was just finally, I was like, my people, I have people who take naps as well, like during the middle of the day. Sometimes you're just tired and you need to like chill for like 30 minutes. Up to like 5 hours. But still, I think it's really good to take naps, get you re-energized, as long as you have time for naps. That's important too. Don't feel bad about changing your major like a whole bunch of times. I know friends who are juniors who've changed their majors like at least 3 or 4 times. If you are a communications major and like going into TV production, but you're like, hold up, I want to be a doctor, then be a doctor. Do you. Another important thing, don't be like nervous or like afraid about switching schools. However, give the college or university you're at a chance. Important thing is be involved in clubs, okay? Especially within your major, because those are most likely going to be some of your best friends because it's stuff you can relate to with each other and do together. I've met a lot of game design people and they're some of my great friends. Another thing that I learned will save you money is buy your textbooks after your first class, because one of my textbooks I didn't even need for my class, and then another textbook that I bought, I ended up dropping that class and picking up another class, so I spent money on a textbook I didn't even need. Rent textbooks. Always, a lot of times teachers are like, oh, there's an online textbook, you don't even need to buy the real textbook, and you're like, wow, hallelujah, thank you, this is awesome. Learn how to manage money. Yes, super, super important. Always have money to buy toilet paper. That's important. Instead of buying that Starbucks drink that you've had every day this week. I'm pretty sure you can go without it one day. Probably better for you too. And I know that like Christmas will roll around, but honey, that is only one time a year. Christmas is not a monthly thing. Growing up from relatives, I used to ask for like specific gifts, but now I'm just like, money. Could you just put money in my Christmas card or like birthday card? I am a broke college student. And finally, most important fact that I've heard everybody tell me about throughout college so far is that study abroad. Most people are saying the best time to study abroad is first semester, junior year, because you have 2 years under your belt and you're good, and I think that's a good time to study abroad as well. So I am so excited to study abroad. I think it's going to be awesome, and so even though I have not done it personally, I am recommending that you should study abroad, or at least take it into consideration, because I can personally say that traveling around the world is an amazing experience, culturally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, I guess, an amazing experience, and it's fantastic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a rad day, and it's almost summer!